All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cliff's Notes live from Lincoln Center in Dallas. You are about to meet the number 10 agent out of 14,000 in Vancouver, British Columbia, coming up next. Real estate agents, are you struggling with the day-to-day grind, dialing for dollars, putting in hours of floor time with little to show for it? Are you looking for tips, tricks, and tactics to accelerate your career as an agent that will have you closing more homes, working with more clients, and earning more money than ever before? Hi, my name's Cliff Freeman, and I've spent the past 2 decades of my real estate career running one of the top brokerages in DFW and personally coaching over 1,000 high-performing real estate professionals across North America. I created this podcast to share the strategies and tactics you need to explode your real estate business. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, and I guarantee it today. We're going to show you somebody that's exploded their real estate business, and what a story, C3. Welcome to the show today, my friend. I'm super excited to share this with the audience. Yeah, and we had an opportunity to spend some time with John in Vancouver. I guess it was back in March. Yes. And boy, what a great time we had. And is he some type of a real estate guru? I mean, my goodness, man. Never met anybody as dedicated to the business as he is. And super excited to have him on the show today. Trelvis, welcome, sir. Welcome back from Turkey Day, my friend.
Oh, yeah. How was your Thanksgiving? Was it okay?
Everything was great for Thanksgiving, except we had baked cowboys for roasted cowboys for dinner.
Yeah, that was very unappetizing.
Unappetizing, right. Now, they got a chance to make it up today, tonight.
For sure. They play Chicago, up in Chicago.
The Bears.
Yeah,
some good pizza and, hopefully a good W.
They've been preparing for that cold weather. They've been out working out today in the 60-degree cold, frigid air of Frisco, right? That's what they usually do, something like that. Now, I know they're already in
60
Chicago.
60 degrees. I love it.
But Bill Belichick's got the formula down. They make them work out and play in nasty weather. All right, without further ado, I want to bring on our superstar, rock star guest, Mr. John Tsai. John, how are you, sir? Welcome from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Good morning or good afternoon. It is so great to see you guys. And I've been dying to get on the show, so I'm super excited, a little bit nervous, but hope to provide some value for the crowd as well.
Hey, yeah, I know, John. Everybody is excited to see you. You're a legend in real time, as we say here, and I'm also C3 and I are so excited to have you on the show today. John, you've got an incredible story. I want to go ahead and start unpacking a little bit about you personally. We've got an audience out there who really would like to get to know who John Tsai is as a person. Tell us a little bit give us your story. What were the early years for you? I know you guys came over from another country. Tell us a little bit about that, John, if you would.
Right. Immigrated in 1991 from Taiwan, and basically my parents had moved back, and I was alone. During my high school years and the university years, and really just was kind of like partying, right? And not really knowing what to do with my life. And I went to university because I wanted to please my parents because we're Asian, okay? And finishing university in 5 years, I flunked 1 year, okay? And I found a book. Called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? And that book literally changed my life when I was 22 years old, right? I met this gentleman in Taiwan when I was back there, and he was already retired at 42 years old. And I said, what did you do? He said, I bought and sold real estate, and now I have a language school. And now I'm retired. I'm financially free. So what would you recommend for me to read as a 22-year-old, who wants to get ahead? He said, go read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And so I did. And then I procrastinated for another 4 years to get my real estate license. Because in the book, it's all about, owning your own business. And it talks a lot about real estate and passive income. To me, that was a good idea. And so where am I going to get the income to come up with the capital to purchase real estate? then I thought about selling real estate. Again, I still procrastinated for 4 years. Finally got my real estate license 2006. I did 2 deals in my first year. 2 deals.
Two deals.
Yeah.
Interesting fact. I didn't know that.
Did you start in the last week of the year? Is that what happened?
That's a great point, right?
Oh man, yeah. No, well, I actually started in July officially, but before then, I was an assistant for my first mentor, Philip, who's now retired, and yeah. So I did 2 transactions that year, and I did not have any savings, right? And I went into debt. I was $80,000 in debt at one time.
Wow.
Is this from the partying that you were doing? Because you must have been a rock star partier.
Not from the partying. Not from the partying. But just from credit card debt, you know, as a realtor, you're thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to be fine. I'm going to sit in my office, take floor time, and I'm going to get deals, right? And that was not what happened. I thought it was going to be easy, and I kept on buying stuff. I was like, oh, no problem. No problem. Now, I did do 17 transactions in 2007, the year after, the full year after, just by being, you know, a good person. And because, you know, my high school friends, they all started buying real estate. You know, I had a good year, right? So I made $100,000 my second year. I thought I was a champ. Okay, then I bought and I went out and bought a car for $100,000. Okay, and and then I went out and bought some other stuff. Like I put a down payment on a condo, but I didn't really have the money. So $50,000 I got paid in 2007, but $50,000 was to come in 2008. I had already spent it, you see, on my credit card. Does that sound familiar to everybody else?
I missed that chapter. I think I missed that chapter in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What chapter was that you're referring to?
To go broke. How to go broke in your first year in real estate. Right here.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
so what kind of car did you? What did you spend What kind of car cost $100,000?
Back then it was the newest X5, and I had to have the 4.8 liter. I had to have the rims. You know, 27 years old. I wanted to look cool, and you know that's what I did. It's just what so. And you know, I got the car in 2008. You know what happened, and it happened in Canada too. So we had a financial crisis here, and you know, I sold 10 deals that year. So I ended up making 48,000. So. And then 2009, end of 2008, I got engaged. I had no money. I went out and took out another loan for $18,000 to propose to my bride. And so then I was $80,000 in debt by 2009.
Everybody out in the audience right now is like swearing they're never going to get into real estate, okay? If they're not already in real estate. Right. If they are, they're thinking they're going to get the heck out. Okay, so let's fast forward, John, a little bit here. Obviously, there was a turning point in your career. There was something significant that you found or you started doing that allowed you to take this train wreck of a real estate business and get it on track. Take us back to that moment. What was that like? What did you do specifically to get your feet back on the ground?
I had, you know, realized that this is not a business to be, you know, kidding around with. Waking up at 10 a.m., getting to the office by 11, and really taking off by 4 p.m. I couldn't do that. So when I was $80,000 in debt, I got some coaching. So I signed up for coaching, and I started working 7 days a week, took never-ending action, right? And so I did that for a good 5 years. It was 7 days a week. I knew I had to prospect all day. I had to go do showings. We don't have lock boxes in Vancouver. I had to do seller showings. I had to do buyer showings. And I grinded and grinded and grinded, trying to pay down that debt. It's either you're inspired or you're desperate. I was both. I was $80,000 in debt. I had to make it work. And we were getting married in 2010. I had to pay for the wedding. So I was motivated. right? If you have something
you married
at
an
stake,
angel. That's all I can tell you. Go ahead.
oh,
Sorry.
thank you. She is an angel. She is an angel. Yeah. So I worked 7 days a week up until I think 2013 is when I started to really take some days off. I hired my first assistant in 2012, and I said, okay, I'm no longer going to do this. You know, one day in 2011, I believe, I went home, and I was working 7 days a week, and I was drinking heavily because I was so stressed out because I wanted to pay the bills. But I went home, and my wife's there in the dark on her laptop, and she looked up at me, and I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Well, when am I going to be happy again?"
Wow.
Right. So, you know, something's got to change. So then 2012, we hired the assistant, right? She's still with me today. I'm so grateful to have her. And so from there on, I started to systemize my business. So then I could have the freedom and ease in my day to spend time with my bride.
Right. So you started using leverage as a tool, right? Delegating, leverage, putting people in places in systems in places where you didn't have any in the past, and that allowed you to put more time back into your schedule, and sort of that wheel of life that was getting out of balance for you, you were able to get it back in shape.
That's right.
Tell me about some of the craziest during this time of turmoil. What's one of the craziest things that ever happened to you in the real estate business?
There were a lot of crazy things that happened to me, Cliff. But something comes to mind. This was in 2012. I was representing my clients they were buyers, and they were my high school friends, and I really needed that check. I really needed that sale to go through, okay? And during inspection, the inspector said, well, you know, this house does not have gas, but yet you have a gas stove here. You must have installed it. You installed gas into the building. And I don't agree with this. And, you know, I was kind of super nervous. So I said, well, what needs to be done? What can we do to get the gas company to approve this whole thing, right? And I asked my manager, and he said, well, you know, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you can call the gas company, BC Ford, Fortis BC, and say, I smell gas and I'm at this address, right? And they can come and check it out. But don't tell them you just want them to check it out if it's okay. So without the seller, the owner's permission, I called and I said, I smell gas. I'm at 1264 Gabriola. And
they're running that address right now. They're going to go back out there and check it.
I'm sorry. Okay. So the gas company came and they checked it. And now they had to go in and tell the owner everything is okay. So they did. And then the owner called me himself. And he said, wow, you're a crazy SOB. But I like it because you're trying to do whatever it takes to get the job done. And so I did. Right?
Wow.
I was willing to do whatever it takes, guys. Whatever it takes. So, you know, whoever's listening out there right now, are you doing whatever it takes to get to the goals that you want? I was.
So that's okay. So if you don't have a pen and a pad out writing notes down, now's the time to get them out. I know John is about to drop some value, and I want to bring some things out because John, when we went out with Glenn and Glenn Sanford and Brent Gove to Vancouver to do a presentation with you and was it Denise that was doing the affirmations? Tell us what your day at your team looks like. How do you guys start your day there at the John Tsai team now?
I can speak for myself and a couple of my members that we all wake up at 4:30 in the morning and we start the grind, right? And, you know, make some pre-workout and we get to the gym by 5. We get out of the gym by 6, meditate and get ready. I'm role playing at 7 a.m., 7 to 7:30, and I'm role playing again from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. right? Now I'm doing this at home now because I have a young child. She is, year and a half old. So I want to see her from 8 to 8:15, play around with her, if she's awake for that day. And then I get to the office and we get on the phone, we get on Zoom to see each other prospecting. And we're prospecting from 8:30 or 9 o'clock all the way until noon. So we're looking for business. Yeah. Right now we have, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so this is Monday through Friday. You're prospecting from 8:30 till noon.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have a minimum amount of requirements on contacts?
Yeah. What are your KPIs? Yeah. Do you have?
My commitment right now is 25 contacts, and I've taken that down from 50. Right.
And that's
just
a day,
so I
right?
can support my team. Yeah, that's one day. Yeah.
25 contacts a day. Is everybody writing this down? Okay. This is what it takes to get to be number 10 out of, actually 10 was 2018. You declared your team this year, but this is what it takes to get to those kinds of numbers. So let's just recoup here a little bit. So you're talking 3.5 hours a day of prospecting, 5 days a week. Now, what are you calling? Who are you calling, John?
Okay, great. So right in the morning, I look at my hottest leads that I've written down for the month. Here are my hottest leads. And then I'm going to call them every single day until they either say, yes, I will meet with you, or I will not meet with you. We're not looking to sell anymore. So I cross them off. The hottest leads first every single day. Then I go into expireds very early, and then for sale by owners. And then I go into past clients and center of influence for myself. I no longer do just listed and just sold calls because now my team does them.
Got it. Okay. Now that's pretty high technology. You just pulled up some real technology there off your desk. Would you hold that up again and show everybody?
Okay.
It's just that's what we call high technology, right? So you don't have to be a whiz. You don't have to know CRMs forwards and backwards and all that stuff. You just got to do it, right, John?
Right.
You just got to do it. Yeah.
And what's that high technology you have behind your right shoulder on your wall there? Can you tell us what that is?
This is the smallest dashboard that we have. We have how many listings were taken. These numbers are pretty sad right now, but it's just okay. One listing taken for the month and 0 deals right now, 0 pendings. This is our 2019 goal. This is where we're at paid out. This is the pending commissions to be closed before the end of the year. And then this is how many pending, right? And so as long as we know as a team, then we work towards that.
Right. So how important is it for your team to track your numbers?
I'm the only one that tracks it religiously right now. I like Michael as well on my team. He tracks it every day, and this is how we track. This is a log sheet that we have, okay? And then we input it into the CTE analyzer right now.
Great. It's great program.
Tracking.
Yeah, commitment to excellence. Yep. Use it a lot.
Right.
Great stuff. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So tracking numbers is important. I mean, if you run a restaurant and steaks are walking out your back door, right, and after closing, you need to know that. You need to know what your pipeline is. You need to know what, your individual agents are doing and so forth. All right. So,
absolutely.
So we talked about your team in the morning. Let's talk about the rest of the day. What does the rest of the day look like for your team?
For us, the agents do showings. They still open the door for our sellers, and then buyers come through. They still do that. They do buyer showings. I don't do any buyer showings anymore. And in the afternoon, I would do pre-qualifying the seller who I'm meeting, comparables, research, and whatnot. And then by 3 o'clock, I'm out and about, meeting sellers, buyers, and agents.
And how many listing appointments do you try to do in a week?
I would say 3 or 4. The goal is always to get 12 this year. And so most months this year, we've taken 12 listings a month. And Yeah. So, and I know about every 80 to 90 contacts that I make, I would take a listing, right?
Okay.
And to us, one listing taken equals one paycheck.
Okay, so you guys are very successful at getting listings sold.
Yes. Now, in this market right now, we're probably at a sell ratio about 75%. For whatever reason, motivation changes for the seller, right? Then they want to take it off the market, or listings expire. Just what happens, right? So still 75% sell ratio.
What do you do different? Listen, being number 10, you got to do something different. What are you doing to beat out the competition, John?
What I think I'm doing differently is I'm working.
You're out hustling them, right?
Right.
This seems easy, and can you do it Monday to Friday? No fail for the past 10, 12 years. No fail. Can you do that? I'm not spending a grip on marketing. Some real estate agents do, and they get the call-ins, which is totally fine. It's just not what I did to build the business that I have today.
Right.
So I've not missed a prospecting day since November 2012.
Holy cow.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah. So
I remember,
I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first talked to Steve Merritt, your sponsor here at EXP, and he was talking about what a beast you were when it came to prospecting. I said, "Oh my gosh, I got to meet this guy. This is unbelievable." And for you, what you just said, 10 years consistently, not missing a day. So you prospect when you're sick. I mean, what do you do when you have to go out of town? Are you still making those prospecting calls?
As long as your word is you're going to prospect whenever you're working, then yes. But if you declare to yourself, today is my day off, then that's not a prospecting day, which is fine. Then you don't have to feel bad about it, right? If I'm away on a EXP con or whatever conference coaching, then I'm not prospecting. But if I declare today is a working day, I am prospecting, and I will do no matter what 25 contacts, because that's my word. I have commitments to my clients to go out and find buyers for their listings.
Okay.
That's my word.
Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Better be writing this stuff down. Okay. This is the meat of the coconut right here. He's cracked the coconut for us. All right, John. Tell us a little bit about, you made a change, brokerage change not too long ago. Tell us what impact that's had on your business, and tell us why you made the change, please.
What impact that's made on my business. Now I get to have freedom and ease, and I get to have friends like yourself, mentors like yourself who help us along, or Brent or Steve or Chris. They've helped me, educate me on how to build a better team, a smoother operation, right? And, I never knew that the community was so good, so loving, so supportive, so encouraging. That's what I got after I realized, coming into the company of EXP. Now, what attracted me to come to EXP were a few things. Before, I was at a boutique company called Rennie and Associates Realty. I love those guys. And I was at a point in my career where, grinding 100 deals, working 12, 14-hour days was no longer super attractive to me anymore. And so I asked my former broker owner, I said, hey, would you be willing to give me a share of the company and an office, and I'll grow it to 1,000 agents locally here for you? And he declined. And so, I had to figure something out. My wife was expecting. I wanted to spend more time with my kid and my wife, right? And so I thought, okay, why not I start a brokerage? So I was looking into starting a RE/MAX franchise with a friend of mine, and $500,000 upfront investment. All I wanted was some equity down the road, building the company, and some residual income from whichever agents that are recruited into RE/MAX, right? If they're selling, then we're getting paid through their revenues, and a lead generation platform where they could furnish leads for us and our agents, right? And so all that would have cost me, so KB Core is like $1,200 at a broker level, and you couldn't get KB Core, right, locally. So I looked at, and my partner came to me with EXP, and Steve came to me with EXP at the same time. And I said, what? I don't have to start a brokerage. I don't have to put an upfront investment of $500,000, and I can get the equity that I was looking for, the revenue share that I was looking for, and a lead generation platform at no cost to me. What am I going to lose? I'm going to jump to EXP. I'm going to try it out. And if the revenue share doesn't work, if the stocks don't work, and the KB Core doesn't give me any leads that I can convert, who am I? I'm still a real estate agent selling real estate, nothing different. I'm doing nothing different today, but I'm getting all the benefits of the company. That's why I switched. Now, after I switch again, I'm getting all this community support, encouragement, and love. And so I'm just loving it, guys. Sorry, I'm a little pumped up.
No. I totally appreciate that, John. We love you, man, and you are part of the family, and we're all co-owners in this company, and all enjoy the benefit of the revenue share and so forth. It's a great story. I really understand what you're saying. Has it had an impact on your agents? Is it better? You didn't have a team beforehand, but how do you feel it is when it comes for you to grow your team, and what kind of opportunities has EXP opened up in terms of where you want to open up shop and what you can do for your agents?
Wow. I mean, for my agents, we have the equity program. They're able to build their equity as well. Every 5% we put towards, purchasing a stock at 20% discount. Which other company, real estate company, does that for us? Nobody, right? So they have that opportunity. And the agents on my team, of course, get coaching from me. I used to be a professional coach for a coaching company for 4.5 years, and now they get coaching from me for free. And also the agents that are not on my sales team per se, but in my total group, they're also coming to me for coaching, and there's no charge, right?
Right.
And I've never imagined myself being an international speaker, and now I am, because I have teams in LA, in Florida, in Saskatchewan, and I'm going to Halifax. It's just, guys, it's just a lot of fun. I never imagined it to be this way, and I'm just loving it. So
yeah, you said fun, and I got to tell you, I was in the coaching business for 12 years, and you and I have a lot in common in that aspect. But one thing I'll tell you, not unlike you, I wasn't having a lot of fun, having my own brokerage and having to do the grind, and I still do the grind. But the grind now has become fun again. Real estate has become fun again. Has it become fun again for you, John?
1,000%.
1,000%. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, again, the community makes it so much fun, and the events are just crazy.
Well, we do know how to have a good time, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, John, I can't believe I'm just looking at the clock, and I told you this was going to go by fast. Yeah. But before we call this a wrap here, I want you to share something with our audience that not very many people know about you. Is there something that you would bear before all of these folks in our audience today that really hardly anybody knows about you?
Hardly anybody knows about me. Well, with regards to my career or just my life?
I want some deep, dark secrets, John.
I don't know. I take a long time in the washroom. I like to do my hair. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, look, you always look like you just walked out of a GQ dressing room, okay?
Right, yes.
I got to tell you, man, you wrap the package very well. You dress sharp. You're the sharp-dressed man. They wrote that song about you, man, those three guys from Texas,
that,
right?
ZZ
Tres
Top?
Hombres. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Wow, man. So, all right. So let's fast forward
you.
here. 3 years from now, John, real quick, where are we going to find John Tsai? Tell me what your real estate business is going to look at? Look
this is
like.
exciting.
Sorry,
Okay.
look like, yes.
So, a team of 10 agents full-time, including myself, and 200 or more transactions locally here. And the goal is to have a total group of 1,000 or more in my rev share group at EXP. And that's just super exciting to me. I'm working every day towards it, taking action, and supporting my group and taking more actions. And when time comes, spend time with my family. That's it, and repeat.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, John, I got to tell you, man, you are someone for all of us to look up to. Your commitment to your business, your commitment to your family, and most importantly, really your commitment to yourself. To self-actualize, to be the best that you can be. I mean, it overflows, and just like the show today, overflowed with the value that you dropped on the audience, and we really sincerely appreciate it. As we close up here, John, is there anything that I didn't ask you, or C3, did you have a question for John that we didn't ask you today?
No, if I could say a couple things that I can share, 2 tips that can really help the crowd.
Please.
What brought me from two deals to 149 deals is 2 top things I can share. Number 1 is staying relentlessly consistent. Keep prospecting, keep putting your head down. It's like swimming. Put your head down and swim until the other side, get up and take a breath and keep going. And remember, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So just keep putting your head down, keep taking actions, and you will succeed. Don't give up. And number 2 is defeat complacency. Defeat complacency at all cost, right? If your bills aren't big enough for you to be scared to take action, there's something wrong. You need to go out there and scare yourself or do something. Get financially committed to something so that you can step outside of your box and really take it to the next level. I hope that helps, guys.
I think all the car dealers across North America are excited to hear you say that. I think everybody in this audience will now head out and find a $100,000 car they can get buried in to help them in their real estate business. But those are 2 great tips. I remember when I got hired in sales, that's what my sales manager told me. He said, go out and buy the most expensive car you can qualify for. And I said, why? He said, because I want you committed to this business.
Right. Well, isn't that we looked up the statistic the other day that the number 1 expense that all realtors incurred this last year was a vehicle expense. That's right. Number 1 expense for realtors in the National Association of Realtors survey of or profile of members. Yeah. John, man, hey, I want to just. What's that? Yeah. Caveat?
The caveat is I would only advise any agents to do that, go committed to something else financially if they're taking consistent action. If they're not, don't even think about it, guys. You're not there yet.
Right.
Warning.
Thank you for the
that
caveat.
came with a warning label,
yes.
And thank you for doing that. Yeah, we were just kidding about trying to get everybody out and get them over their head in cars, right?
I was worried.
John, hey, listen, brother, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you. You're going to be in Mexico in February with us?
Unfortunately not.
No? Okay.
But I will see you at the next Shareholders Summit. That's right.
Wonderful.
Okay, we'll see you in Orlando in April. Look forward to it, man. It's so great to see you again. What a wonderful opportunity. Beautiful show today. Much love from Dallas, Texas. John up there. Give all of our good friends a hug.
Hey, John, if anyone wanted to reach you.
Yeah, real quick, John, how could anybody reach you if they wanted to? If they wanted to talk with you about the show today?
My number is 1-604-603-0277. That's my cell phone, personal cell phone. And my email, if you wanted to reach me, is john@thejohnsagroup.com. john@thejohnsagroup.com.
Would you go into the comments on Facebook, John, and just leave that again for the audience, please?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That'll be awesome.
Awesome,
All
John.
right,
Thanks
brother.
again, man.
So great to see you, my friend. Listen, audience, thank you for being here today. I hope you filled up your legal pad. What a great, and I got goosebumps talking to John.
Yeah, that was a great
Isn't that
show.
awesome?
I like that, yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Get ready for the holidays here. It's warm here, so get out and play some golf, a little bit of tennis,
golf,
whatever
good
makes you
tennis.
happy, and we'll see you next week. Take care.